Okay, so in the previous example, I was showing how to use inheritance in Java with drums and flutes. So in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show how to use polymorphism. And polymorphism means multiple shapes. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to show how the use of particular methods can change shape based on how they're being called. We're actually going to have one version for one class, and we're going to change the shape of that method for a different class. So I'm going to go back over to my base music here. And originally, I had it set up so that the play music method did both viewing of the notation, so you could see what the notes were like, and would play the music. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to remove the view notation from the base class so that when we're just doing drums, which is really, really simple, we're going to have just the music and no viewing because it's not really that important. And so if I do it like this, we're going to go and base music and my basic music object is equal to new base music like this. And then I go my basic music dot add drums to add drums to the score. And then I'm going to go my basic music dot play music. So that's the play music method, which doesn't visualize it. It just plays it. We should get just drums. So we're just hearing drums there. There's no visualization of it. Now, I'm going to keep that there, and we're going to do it a second time. And this time, we're going to have drums and flute. My drums and flute, like that, is equal to new drums and flute class. And then I'm going to say my drums and flute dot add flute, my drums and flute dot add drums, and then I'm going to do my drums and flute dot play music. Now, if I do it like this, we should just hear music. So first it's just the drums, because that's my basic music, playing music. And now I'm doing it with the flute. Okay. So it's playing the music, but this time it's with the flutes as well. And I think I actually added, there's been a little bit too much going on in there. But basically, there's no visualization going on. So let's take that out, not to confuse things. And I'm going to go into drums and flute. And I'm going to say public void. And it was play, what was it called? What did I call it over here? Play music. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to copy it like this. Paste. And not only am I going to play the music, but I'm going to go view dot notate the score like that. Actually, come back here. You know what? I'm going to start off to show you that the play music remains with just music, no visualization in the base class. Just like that. And we can see that the base class still has just a play MIDI method call right there. Whereas for play music inside of the inherited class, it's got both view, notate, and play MIDI. And so now I'm going to comment that out so we don't confuse things and play twice. We're just going to play once. And so here I have the inherited class. Okay, it inherits from my basic, or my bass music is what I called it. And then I add flute to it and drums to it. And I'm going to play, but this time it will not only play music, but it will also add the visual to it because I have polymorphed the play music method. I have changed its shape even though it has the same method name. In the case of my drums and flute, the object, which has got the inherited class, it has a new version, a polymorphed version of the method that's just for this version of the class. Okay, so apart from the fact that it's terrible music, this is a polymorphed version of the play music method. It is a different version just for this inherited class. So I think the other thing to point out here is that you can see this polymorphism labeled within IntelliJ. If I go over to the symbol right here, you'll see that IntelliJ will prompt me and say it overrides the method in bass music, so the bass class. So in the derived class, I override the original method in the bass class. I could also, if I wanted to, use the @override label right here, if I wanted to, but I don't need to. So I can achieve polymorphism by overriding a method in my derived class from the original method in the base class.